Your son's blood is going to be on this belt. And when that Rock is done...
What do we want to talk about?
I am him! I am him!
Hey, this is the Red Carpet Ring featuring TBK, the Turnbuckle King himself. We are here again at WWE SmackDown Live Show Commentary Reaction. Also, we got the bonus round, which will be new matches added and predictions for WrestleMania 40. Now, this is over the SmackDown of March 15th. Thank you all for coming out. We'll talk about the match card right now and also go into SmackDown, what happened for that episode. Definitely something you want to tune in for. And as we got more matches headed into WrestleMania 40, which we know is going to be April 6th through 7th, night 1 and night 2. But let's go over the match card for that night. Let's see who else came in. Good Bread Reaction. Thanks to you coming out. Salute to you. Now we have the match card. Let's get into the match card. The match card is this. If you guys want to take time to look that over, you got Rock Concert, qualified for Mania title match, Dakota Kai interview. You know, these are the matches and segments. And main event is Dakota Kai versus Bayley. I'll cover most of the stuff in here. Some stuff I won't be able to get to, but I'll cover a majority of it. Just want to get to the most important part of Friday Night SmackDown from March 15th. So let's get into that. Now, let's begin with SmackDown. We got The Rock. He opens up with the concert. And he even had the Rock Hollywood theme remix. And we can see it. This is how he came out. Very, very vintage Rock. And something a little bit new. But Rock, this was so good of how he burned Cody Rhodes. And he burned Seth Rollins in this promo. He made fun of Cody Rhodes, saying that his dad, you know, going off the reverence of him being 20 years younger than his siblings. He said a couple weeks ago, saying that his dad was drunk and had condoms, and this is what he came out to be, in a reference to Cody Rhodes' old Stardust character. This is right before Cody left WWE back in 2016. So it was funny though. He said he normally torches every city that he's in, but tonight's different, as Memphis was the place where rock stars wrestle career. He jokes about the Flex Kavana name. Then he goes in, right before that, he goes in talking about Cody and Seth. But he does not insult this town like he do the rest, you know, like he insulted Phoenix, calling it, you know, drug city and meth heads and crack and all that stuff. But not only he got Cody here, like I said, he got Seth too. He got Seth saying that your wife is more popular than you, which meaning Becky Lynch is a way bigger superstar, way bigger of a household name than Seth Rollins is, and he's right. And then, of course, he makes fun of how Seth dresses. You know, we can't ignore that. But not only he got Cody Rhodes, he got Seth. It was so funny how he got on both of them. He usually makes the crowd feel a certain way about that. Definitely make them feel a certain way. And not only he make them feel a certain way, he also makes them feel like nothing. And he's talked about how the Universal Championship is going to stay on Roman Reigns' waist. Cody's not going to win. But not only that, he also got, since he in Memphis, he even took a knack at Ja Morant. He's talking about waving, the little what he waved at. I don't want to say it, but we know what we were talking about. He said that, which ultimately got him suspended in NBA. But yeah, he got on all of them. It was funny. But later on, when he did, even though he took a knock at all three, The Rock was on a roll with the Rock concert style. He even started bringing Cody Rhodes' mom into it. Now, what he did was he said, Mama Rhodes, he said too that he's going to, your son's not going to bring home, Cody not going to bring home the Universal belt. He's going to have a belt of his own. It's the belt that he's going to have because Rock is going to take the Brahma Bull belt. You know that this is reference to Cody Rhodes having his own belt, the American Nightmare, the white and blue belt. Rock have his own similar belt, basically making fun of Cody Rhodes' belt. That he's going to take the belt and whoop him and whoop him and whoop him and whoop him. This segment was the funniest segment of the night. I love this segment. I love the whole concert. It was a great way to kick off Raw. And Rock was so savage when he said this.
Your son's blood is going to be on this belt. And when that Rock is done whooping your son.
Yeah, he made fun of this. This was Vince's Rock, and he was really into his own. And he basically made fun of the whole crowd when he said that the crowd was, even though he was getting on the crowd, he got cheered a lot. But he basically said he'll give this belt to Cody Rhodes' mom with the blood and everything over it after he get finished whooping him. And then he finally closed it with a great segment. He also said, if you smell what the final boss is cooking. Rock called himself the final boss. If you look in this still right here, The Rock does like a final boss with the glasses, the look. This is not the Brahma Bull, The Rock. This is not the People's Champion, The Rock. This is the final boss, Hollywood Rock remixed on it. This is The Rock. Definitely. He definitely looked like the final boss. He looked like in the video game, but Rock is going to be an important factor with this tag team match and also enrollment in Cody Rhodes' Universal Championship match. This is funny. And yes, he made fun of Cody Crybabies. He referenced them too. Like I said, it was a great segment. Rock, he went in on the whole thing. He even said that, you guys look like I think he made fun of the Crybabies. He just was on a whole nother level when he made fun of Crybabies as well as Cody and Seth. He said he gonna lay the SmackDown on Cody and Seth. And then also it was just hilarious how he called Cody Rhodes a mama's boy. He said he's one too. And then what he said about the Crybabies, he said they had to pay cash for being intimate. He had to pay cash in exchange for intimacy. And he had a point. I believe that some of the Cody Crybabies had to do that. And he said they all could kiss his ass. But he said, I like when he said there's some lines you don't cross, and they all could kiss the ass of the final boss. He put a stamp on it when he said that. So I love that. But he said too that when he gave the belt to Cody Rhodes' mom, he said, what can I say except you're welcome? And that was a reference to, the Moana movie, you're welcome. You're welcome. So you can smell what the final boss is cooking. So I love that. This was funny when he said that. But later on, this was a great segment. It was a great way to kick off Friday Night SmackDown. Now we had Grayson Waller and Randy Orton in the match. We see that Logan Paul comes out to commentary, but we already know how this went down. Randy Orton defeated Grayson Waller. You had Austin Theory come out, him and Kevin Owens doing the stunner RKO combo. But we got a little announcement after the match. This was an important part. Logan Paul told Nick Aldis, I ain't got no opponent for WrestleMania. You need to ask Randy Orton to apologize for RKO and KSI on the Prime sign last week. And then we have it. Nick Aldis came out, and then next thing we know, we got a match announced for United States Championship. This will be a triple threat match. Logan Paul versus Orton versus Owens. And this is part of the bonus round. I'll explain later. I'm also on X right now. This is the match we're going to have. So this is one of the WrestleMania matches that were added last night on Friday Night SmackDown. But like I said, we'll get some more to that until the whole bonus round. Later on, we also had a qualifier for Mania title match. We had Legado del Fantasma, which is Santos Escobar himself, his boys, Angel Garza and Humberto. They defeated LWO. They beat down LWO. They beat down. I think Dragon Lee had a match against Santos too, but we had Mr. 619 Boyka Boyka. He comes out and he challenges Santos to a match next week. And as we know, he did come out. Santos ran. He ran with his crew, Legado del Fantasia. And they also, since they did win, they defeat LWO. They advanced in the tournament. Now, since they defeat LWO, they will face the winner between New Cash Republic, which is the team of Tyler Bate and Pete Dunne, versus Pretty Deadly, which was later on that match. So we have that going on. Well, you say good, Brad. I smell an Orton heel turn. He got the Brad nut. Yeah. Come on, man. Randy Orton's the Viper. You can't trust no Viper. He gonna turn. I definitely smell a heel turn. Definitely. And the way he looked at Randy Orton. Let's go back to that since you brought that up. If you look here, you look how he looked at Kevin Owens. If you look how he stared at him, you could tell that a heel turn's coming. Is that why you say that, good, Brad? Look how he looked at him. That's the Viper look. So, yes, Randy Orton is definitely going to turn, but we will get more into that with the bonus round. Now, since, the bracket's done, we have AJ Styles. LA Knight. He started looking for AJ Styles. He called him a coward pretty much. And he also said, too, that he challenges AJ Styles to a match at WrestleMania. And also, AJ Styles accepted, but he of course attacked from behind, and with choking him, saying, "You know what? I accept." And we have another match announced for WrestleMania 40, and it's a one-on-one match. LA Knight, yeah. We got that going on. We do have that match going on that will happen at WrestleMania 40. And it will be LA Knight versus AJ Styles. So, yeah, we got that match. We're going to have a one-on-one match. We will talk more about that as well. Now, since there is a one-on-one match things announced, we have more stuff to happen on SmackDown. This is the match. We'll get more to that as well. These are one of the 3 matches that were added to WrestleMania 40. Now we have another match, a tag team match, and I believe it was the New Cash Republic, as explained earlier. They defeated Pretty Deadly, and they advanced in that tournament that I explained earlier. Now, Legado del Fantasia, they're going to face New Cash Republic because New Cash Republic won their match. So this is interesting. This is for the 6-pack challenge for the tag team championship for the undisputed tag team belts at WrestleMania. Now, we had a little Dakota Kai interview shortly before her match with Bayley, which is the main event. Dakota Kai saying that who would want to help Bayley, We run damage control. She said Bayley was jealous of EO and didn't like the way the faction was going. Dakota Kai, you talk so much crap, girl. I mean, you was injured majority of this time, but you don't want to talk all the garbage. There's always some little small wrestlers talk the most garbage. But anyway, this is headed into her match with Bayley. And with Bayley, she's saying that, Dakota Kai, herself saying we don't need Bayley, saying she tells EO, her come up and champion. And of course, Kabuki Warriors win the tag team championships. So definitely something to look at. Yellow Knight, hey, how you doing? Thank you for coming out. So this is heading into the main event, which we have of Dakota Kai versus Bayley. This is the main event going on. So we have the main event here, which is Dakota Kai and Bayley, 1-on-1. I think this is Dakota Kai's first match since she's returned, her first 1-on-1 match, I should say. We know she was a taboo, we know she turned, but definitely, this is heating up. This is a great way for WrestleMania 40. We definitely got something going on, but Bayley, she basically felt like Brock Lesnar. You would say, felt you deserve anything, Bayley don't deserve nothing.
You actually think you deserve a shot at this? You don't deserve, buddy.
So yeah, that's the match that they have. And we know the main event. We know the main event here of Bayley versus Dakota Kai. We know that this match was very highly anticipated, but it ends in DQ. And meaning that when Bayley was in the match, we saw that Kabuki Warriors and EO interfered. Now, I know that Naomi made the save. She did the best she could, but they attacked her too. And we even saw Dakota looking at Bayley. And this was the end of Friday Night SmackDown. So, oh yeah, want to mention too that this is a good heat up for the match of EO versus Bayley. I know the match was against Dakota Kai, but the match is Bayley versus EO for the women's championship. This is a good way for Damage Control to get advantage and to make themselves look strong heading into WrestleMania 40, heading into the match between Bayley and Io Sky for the women's championship. This is a very good way for a build-up, very good way for these two to go at it. So definitely something good. I like where the story's going. Bayley's going to prevail, and I know she's going to do her best to shut it down. She'll do her best to make sure she walks out of WrestleMania 40, the brand new women's champion. When she defeats Io Sky, she's going to have a lot to, overcome. You got to get over the Damage Control. You got to get over everything. So I cannot wait to see how this will go down at WrestleMania 40. We are getting so close to WrestleMania 40. Can you guys believe it? We're literally less than a month away from this great event. So definitely something to look forward to. Now, before I get into the bonus round, we will cover SmackDown here. But before bonus round, we'll say our goodbyes to X. We'll go over next week's SmackDown, which will be for the March 22nd episode. Also, go over the matches and also go and start touching to the bonus round. Now, since this ended the whole SmackDown, ended the whole event, it's going to, close SmackDown. It's the end. But also we have to go over next week matches for SmackDown. Next week matches, as explained earlier in the evening, we have Rey Mysterio versus Santos Escobar 1-on-1. I'm thinking it's going to lead to a WrestleMania match between these two. It's been highly anticipated. Rey Mysterio, Santos Escobar, Santos being, a mentee of Rey Mysterio. Rey Mysterio being his mentor. Santos looking up to Rey. Then the heel turn of Santos. I believe this is going to lead to a one-on-one match at WrestleMania. This match more likely is going to end in a disqualification due to Legasto del Fantasia, his crew coming in, interfering, the LWO interfering. So I don't think it's going to end cleanly. I could be wrong, but we'll see. Tamika watched it. What's going on? Good morning to you. Thanks for coming out. But anyway, this match is going to more like end in the DQ. So this is one of the matches for next week. Next match we have here, it is Tag Team Championship qualifying matches. Street Profits versus Authors of Pain. Then the OC versus Race Wall Austin Theory. So whoever wins these two matches, they will face off each other. So only time will tell. Is it going to be interesting to see who wins these matches next week on SmackDown? The only time will tell what's going to happen. That's other match announced. Then also the biggest thing we have for next week's SmackDown, which is the main segment, will be a face-to-face between the WrestleMania main event. We got Roman Reigns return to SmackDown Undisputed Universal Champion face-to-face with American Nightmare Cody Rhodes. Cody Rhodes will make an appearance on Friday Night SmackDown next week. So definitely something to check out. Now, this is good. Now, I got to give my final rating on SmackDown. What is my final rating on SmackDown? Let's see. We did have final rating on SmackDown. Let's see. What is my final rating on SmackDown? My final rating on SmackDown is a 5 out of 5. This was a great SmackDown. Rock concert pretty much put SmackDown in the driver's seat of excellent. Great segment. These guys, he really let the crowd in. He talked about Seth. He talked about Cody. He talked about the Cody Crybabies. Talked about John Morant in the city of Memphis. He talked about Cody's mom. Talked about everything. Called himself the final boss. He just went in. We have Rey Mysterio that returned tonight. We also had the 3 matches announced, which I will get into shortly. We had the main event of Dakota Kai and Bayley in disqualification. We had also, LA Knight, had a great promo, AJ Styles. Just a great SmackDown. And it's only going to get better next week because Roman Reigns returning, Cody Rhodes coming around. But definitely, this was a great SmackDown. And like I said, Rocky went in. He literally set the bar for the whole night, set the tone, and everything just follows suit. They got the tag team qualifying matches. Everybody qualifying. Got the next week. That's going to be great. That's a great story. And then Logan Paul, him being, still adding, the healer stuff he do. So definitely, this is a good SmackDown. Great SmackDown. 5 out of 5. But we are going to head off into the bonus round. Before we hit to the bonus round, anyone on X, please, if you want to check out the bonus round, come to Red Carpet Ring on YouTube. We're going to say our goodbyes to X. It'll only be a Red Carpet Ring on YouTube only. So goodbye to you guys. But we will continue on. And we're going to head off to the bonus round shortly. In the bonus round, if I didn't say it before, I will mention it again. The bonus round will be the more WrestleMania matches added. And the more WrestleMania matches added, this is the matches I refer to. But we will get to that shortly. Let's get that going. We'll get to that in very, very momentarily. And let's do that. So let's get to that. Give me one momentarily. We'll get there 1 second. Give me 1 second. We'll get to that shortly. All right, all right. We are back. About to start the bonus round. Yes, 2 subs away from 1,000. Thank you for mentioning that, Tamika. So yes, I plan on doing 1,000 celebration for the red carpet ring at some given time. I do hit the 1,000 mark. I'm not rush for it. When my other channel, Tots Ring Scandal, aka KDH, is also at over 2,100. So this will be my second 1,000 channel, but thank you all for your support. With that being said, let's head into the bonus round. Let's talk about the more WrestleMania matches added for WrestleMania 40, which we got coming up. Let's change gears. Let's switch gears. Let's get there. Let's get there. We are ready. Like I said, we are almost at WrestleMania, but let's turn it up. Let's do that exactly. Now, let's talk about WrestleMania 40 matches that were more added. And the more matches that were added were the matches that are added. Let's see. We had 3 matches added last night on SmackDown. 3 matches added. Now, the new matches that were added for WrestleMania 40, which is already a star-studded event. It is in Philadelphia, April 6th through April 7th, which will be a night 1 and a night 2. So it only gets better, and it's only going to be a few more matches added. But since these matches were added at the recent episode of Friday Night SmackDown of March 15th, I do have the matches. I have my predictions for the first match that I'm going to talk about. And it's 3 altogether. It's prediction. The United States Championship triple threat match. Logan Paul champion versus Randy Orton challenger versus Kevin Owens challenger. Even though that Logan Paul's been sneaking his way out of retaining his title at the Royal Rumble and barely defends it, some reason I believe he's going to retain his championship at WrestleMania 40. But just because he retained don't mean there won't be a bigger story added to it. As mentioned earlier, Randy Orton looks like he's going to have a heel turn. He's still home for brass knuckles. And there would definitely be tension between not just Randy Orton and Logan Paul, but it would also be tension between Randy Orton and the prize fighter Kevin Owens. So do not be surprised if neither Kevin or Randy wins the United States Championship, because Logan Paul did announce the Prime partnership with WWE, and all PLEs moving forward with WrestleMania 40 being the first one. Prime will be a proud sponsor. So what's a better way at WrestleMania 40 with the Prime sponsor of the owner of Prime retain his United States Championship in a triple threat match? So do not be surprised if that happens. But I have Logan Paul retaining. I think it's going to be, the finish could be Kevin Owens and Randy Orton. You know, maybe they take each other out, or it could be interference from KSI, who is Logan Paul's prime partner. And Logan Paul can sneak it away and get the pin and retain the United States Championship for that matter. So do not be surprised if we get Logan Paul retaining that title, you know, and maybe sneak away, and Randy Orton is going to attack Kevin Owens with the brass knuckles. He could even attack Logan Paul. Maybe Logan Paul could even look as a babyface. Could be a double turn, babyface and heel turn. Who knows? But I got Logan Paul retaining the championship, and I don't see him losing. Now, I know Logan Paul barely ever defends the title, like I said before. I know he only had like maybe a couple title defenses, but he is a marketable name. Like I said before last week, Logan Paul, he's a part of not just the Prime, but he is he does everything. He has his own podcast. He has the Maverick clothing line. He has it all. But I know Logan Paul currently, you know, he's been holding on to the title for quite some time. He won it at Crown Jewel when he defeated Rey Mysterio, hitting him with the brass knuckles. And now Logan Paul right now at this point, you know, he's been holding on to the title, I want to say 100. I think they announced it earlier, but I believe, if I'm not mistaken, he's holding on to the title for 132 days. So He can hold on to a little bit more. But he's going to lose at some point. Could be a SummerSlam, or maybe before that. And he also announced that SummerSlam is going to be in Cleveland, Ohio, and I believe that's where Logan Paul's from. But I have Logan Paul retaining that title. Let's go on to the next match. The next match that was newly announced. The next match was Jey Uso versus Jimmy Uso, and Jey challenged Jimmy on Monday Night Raw, and Jimmy Uso, he accepted his brother's challenge, and he a little brother and all that stuff. I have Jimmy Uso winning this match. Yeet! So Jey Uso versus Jimmy Uso, brother versus brother, WrestleMania. Jey Uso's gonna win. He's gonna get redemption against his brother. You know that his brother turned on him last SummerSlam when he was in a championship match against Roman Reigns for the Undisputed Universal Championship. We do know that. We know that Jey has been trying to win the Intercontinental Championship. He tried to even go out for the World Championship on Raw. He was even a tag team champion with Cody Rhodes. Every step of the way, we had the bloodline, and specifically Jimmy Uso, interfering, costing Jey Uso the match. So Jey Uso against redemption against his brother. And we will win that match against one-on-one against his brother. Yeet versus no Yeet. I see Yeet winning that match. So yes, definitely Jimmy Uso will lose and his brother will win. So look out for that. We have Jey Uso going to win the match. He probably gonna hit Jimmy with super kick and go over the top rope, hitting a splash. Other than that, that will be the end of that match. The way I would see it, at least, that's how I would see it being booked. But other than that, though, I see easily Jimmy Uso losing to Jey, and Jey will win that match. But I think it's going to be a great story heading into WrestleMania 40. And this could be a night one match. I don't think it's going to be a night two. It could be maybe the beginning match of night one. You got to remember, Jimmy Uso and Jey Uso was the first two entrants of the Men's Royal Rumble. And so they were the two entrants. I could easily see those two opening. They could open WrestleMania night one. And it could be a one-on-one match. It'll be a good match to set off everything, set the tone. Definitely set the tone. So I do not be surprised if that happens as well. But this is going to be a very, very, very good, much star-studded event, especially brother versus brother. We've been wanting this match for quite some time. Definitely want quite some time. This is something we were all looking for. So I see this going down like that. Jimmy gonna try to do something, but Jey Uso gonna look right past. He gonna get through Jimmy, and he's gonna get the win. So this will be a great, great story. Now at some given point with Jimmy and Jey Uso, even though Jey will win, I could see them getting back on the same page. I could even see Jimmy and Jey being tag team partners again. Do not be surprised for that. Don't be surprised. I can see these two, linking right back up and being, Usos once again. Because let's be honest, Jey being on Raw, Jey, being a singles champion. It sounds all well and good, but we know that he's known for being a tag team competitor. We know that it's going to end up being Jimmy and Jey, the Usos, the longest, as Jimmy and Jey stayed, the longest reigning tag team champions of all time. They were tag team champions heading to WrestleMania 39 last year. I wouldn't see why not. It wouldn't go down this way. So let's keep an eye out for that. It could link up again. It'd be tag team and maybe be champions for the last time. I'm not on CJ being a singles competitor. That's to be a tag team long term. I don't see that happening. I could be wrong, but then again, I could be right. So, but I see Jey Uso definitely defeating his brother at WrestleMania 40 and getting the dub, and he avenges his brother turning on him at SummerSlam, and of course getting himself out of the bloodline. It will complete the story, and what's a better way to complete the story than at WrestleMania on the biggest stage, and definitely WrestleMania 40, the 40th anniversary of Philadelphia. So definitely this is something we all got to look into and consider. So Jimmy Uso versus Jey Uso. Now, the third match I do have announced, LA Knight versus AJ Styles. We know that the story began with AJ Styles was taken out by the bloodline. We do know that LA Knight came up. He challenged Roman at Crown Jewel for the WWE Undisputed Universal Championship. He did not lose due to interference from the bloodline. We know that AJ Styles came back. He felt some type of way with LA Knight, said, hey, you stole my shine. Hey, you stole my glory. I was in line to face Roman. You come in, you stepped up, you took my spot. You knew that was mine. And then it led to him attacking LA Knight first on SmackDown, when they were supposed to be heading to a Royal Rumble of a four-way match of LA Knight and AJ and Randy challenging Roman for the belt, which they were unsuccessful in doing. Later on at the Elimination Chamber, AJ Styles and LA Knight were qualifying to get into the chamber, but LA Knight won his match to qualify, but AJ Styles lost to Drew McIntyre, the eventual winner, and it was due to interference inadvertently from LA Knight. So what AJ Styles did, he went all the way to Australia to Elimination Chamber, and while LA Knight was in the match, he attacked him with a chair, costing him the match that would have set him to challenge Seth freaking Rollins for the World Heavyweight Championship at WrestleMania 40. So LA Knight said, hey, I'm looking for AJ. AJ was not at SmackDown last week, but he was at SmackDown this week. And LA Knight said, I'm tired of AJ. I want to have a match against you one-on-one at WrestleMania 40, which we have now set. And AJ Styles did accept the match before attacking LA Knight with a chair again. And LA Knight, was on the ground. And AJ Styles said, I accept. With this new AJ Styles recently turned heel character, he distanced himself away from the OC. And the OC is doing their own thing, the tag team division. And Mia Yim's doing her own thing. So it's quietly broken up of the OC. I don't know if they'll get back together at some point. More likely they will. AJ is doing his own thing, but they'll have their own one-on-one match. With that being said, I see LA Knight winning this match against AJ Styles. And he will get his redemption for AJ costing him the match at the Elimination Chamber event in Australia. And of course, LA Knight gotta shine at WrestleMania. Yeah, we gotta have that. So definitely something to look forward to. This will be a great match of LA Knight and AJ Styles. They never had a one-on-one match. It's been teased for quite some time. And I said that they were going to have a match at WrestleMania 40. And now we have that match set up. It's going to be those two versus one-on-one for the match. It's going to be a one-on-one regular match. I can see their styles coincide with each other. LA Knight got the BFT, and then AJ Styles, we know about Styles Clash, the phenomenal forearm. So LA Knight's going to get them. Could it be a night 1, night 2 match? More likely it's an undercard, so night 1. Just like I see the Kevin Owens, Logan Paul, that could be a night 1 as well. All these are undercard matches, so it'll be a night 1. I don't see it being a night 2. All these matches, the new matches announced, will be a night 1. I can't see how it will be a night 2. I could be wrong. about that, but I don't see how these matches will be a night one for that matter. That's the way I would see it. At least make them all night one matches. Just so we can have a night two with it. Don't make sense in my opinion. But these are all going to be great matches nonetheless. We got 3 matches in addition to already, like I said, we already got matches set up, but all 3 of these matches are great matches. A few more will be announced. I'm pretty sure we are less than a month away. And with that being said, we're going to have updated WrestleMania Night 1, Night 2. And with that, we have here of the updated card. We have right here, we have Io Sky versus Bayley for the singles match for the women's championship. We have Rhea Ripley versus Becky Lynch for the women's world championship. We have Gunther, announced early this week, Gunther versus Sami Zayn for the WWE Intercontinental Championship. 1-on-1, with Sami defeating Chad Gable to win the right to face Gunther. We also have the Judgment Day, Finn Balor, Damian Priest, current undisputed tag team championships. This is for the 6-pack ladder match, also announced early this week. And we have tag team qualifying matches on Raw and SmackDown. Then, of course, LA Knight versus AJ Styles, Jey Uso versus Jimmy Uso, Jimmy versus Jay, Logan versus Kevin and Randy. Then, of course, night 1, we have Seth freaking Rollins versus Drew McIntyre for the World Heavyweight Championship. And, of course, the match we all want to see, Roman Reigns, the Tribal Chief, the head of the table, reigning defending undisputed WWE Universal Champion, will face off the 2-time recent Royal Rumble winner, Cody Rhodes, the American Nightmare. They're going to have the 1-on-1 match for the title. We know they're going to run that back from 2023, WrestleMania 39. Cody Rhodes was unsuccessful in defeating Roman Reigns last year. Will he defeat him this year? So, like I said, I had a prediction video of those. But this prediction video, of course, is the updated match card we have for WrestleMania 40. Because we all know the WrestleMania 40 is night 1 and night 2. And we know it's going to be April 6th through April 7th in Philadelphia. So this is a great match headed up. Like I said, we got a lot of matches in here. We got approximately, if we have to count, let's do the head match count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. So we have 9 matches announced as of right now for WrestleMania 40. 9 matches headed in. So definitely something to check out. 9 matches for WrestleMania 40. So it's going to be a great WrestleMania, the biggest WrestleMania of all time. I don't know why it's not on here, but we know we got the tag team match as well of The Rock and Roman Reigns tag team against Cody and Seth Rollins. Whoever wins, of course, the Bloodline will be brought from ringside. If not, Bloodline rules, anything goes. So technically, I don't see it on here. I don't know why they didn't add that one. It's really 10 matches. So 10 matches added to the card, not 9. 10 matches added for WrestleMania 40. So this is going to be interesting. It's going to be fun. It's going to be a story that we all cannot forget, and we won't forget for WrestleMania 40. Definitely check out. I cannot wait to see what happens. And also, let's not forget too, we have NXT Stand and Deliver the same weekend, and that is also April 6th. Now, this is for those you don't know, NXT Stand and Deliver is the NXT branded event for the NXT developmental for WWE. They always have their WrestleMania type of match, but theirs will be April 6th, and it will be that morning of WrestleMania night 1. So they will be on, I believe, 11 a.m., 12 a.m., depending on your time zone, Central Standard or Eastern or Pacific. That's going to be also during that weekend of WrestleMania. And they will also be in Philadelphia. You don't want to miss that too. I will cover NXT Stand and Deliver. So definitely, man, this is like I said, I can't believe we're getting closer to WrestleMania. But other than that, with the matches, who do you see winning these matches? Not just the newly added matches, but overall all the matches. Definitely. The card is filling out most definitely. These are all the matches we have. Like I said, the only match that's not on here is the tag team match of Rock, Roman versus Seth and Cody. But who do you guys have winning these matches going in? Because we definitely got star-studded match event. Now we got 10 matches. There's only going to be a few more added. I would say maybe 3 to 4 added. We need some filler matches, et cetera, et cetera. But we got most of the card filled out for WrestleMania 40. We got new matches added, and it's going to be something that's going to be unforgettable for WrestleMania 40. But definitely, these 3 matches have been recently added for WrestleMania 40, night 1, night 2. These 3 matches will be more likely a night 1. These are undercard matches, but you guys in the live chat and also on the playback in the comment section, let me know who you have winning these newly added matches and who you have winning matches overall for the whole card thus far. Because I'm gonna have updated match card predictions. I will put that out at some point. But other than that, though, WrestleMania 40, it's something you don't want to miss for sure. I definitely don't want to miss it. It's going to be unforgettable, like I said before, and it's going to be very good storytelling with all these matches combined. Whether it's Roman and Cody, whether it's The Rock and Cody and Seth, or whether it's Kevin Owens, and, Randy and Logan, AJ Styles and LA Knight, Jimmy Uso versus Jey Uso, Bayley versus Io, Rhea versus Becky, tag team match, six-pack challenge. Remember, Damian Priest got the Money in the Bank still. Could he cash that in WrestleMania? Got the Intercontinental Championship match of Gunther, the champion, versus Sami Zayn. It's so many stories that's going to happen at WrestleMania, and it doesn't even matter where it goes, but it's going to be so many stories told and so many, shows. All right, check out Mr. Cooper Reaction. We'll head over there shortly. If you guys want to check that out, talk about real celebrity gossip. Check that out. But also, this is going to be a good WrestleMania. But other than that, this is all I have regarding WrestleMania 40 match card that's going to be updated. There's going to be only more matches, but this is my WrestleMania 40 early card predictions updated with new matches added for WrestleMania 40. Thank you all for coming out to the red carpet ring. Check that out. Good SmackDown. Good match cards added. Soon, 2 videos of Papa for red carpet ring on YouTube. The first match will be WrestleMania 40 early card predictions. The next video will be should this be a women's triple threat match. Until then, it is OUT.